Tov. Now as Shavuot is around the corner, hopefully we'll start speaking a little bit about the holiday of Shavuot. So in Yechavedat, in Chelek Vav, Rabbi Zino speaks about this, that there are many poskim who say that since the Shavuot is the ending of the Sfirat HaOmer, the counting of the 49 days, and the Shavuot is the 50th day of the Omer, therefore we have to have, as the Pasuk says, Temimot Tiyena, they have to be complete days. So it's a question of, are you allowed to make Kiddush early on Shavuot evening? So therefore a lot of places during the summer they like to accept Shabbat early, or they like to make they want to make the Yom Tov also early. And the question is, are they allowed to do that? They're making it maybe that the 50 days, the 49 days are not complete because they're starting the 50th day, the Shavuot, early. So therefore, there's some poskim say it's a problem. So therefore, a person should try to avoid, according to those poskim, they should try to avoid making Kiddush early and wait till after Tzet Kochavim, or at least after Shkia. However, if it's very difficult, and especially if you live, in New York, it gets very late this time of year, or even in Europe, it gets even later. There's some places that if you wait till Tzedek Kochavim, it will be 9 o'clock, 9:30, already very late for family members and children to be able to do the meal together, Shavuot. So therefore, there are poskim who argue, and then one can be lenient if he needs to. But if he could at least wait till Shkia, until at least sunset to do the Kiddush and to eat the bread and to fulfill the mitzvot of the Kiddush, that would be the best thing to do, fulfill all opinions. That's what everybody writes in Chelek Vav. Chelek Aleph discusses another minhag that comes up in Shavuot, is when we know that we read the Ten Commandments. We read the Ten Commandments on Shavuot, and the question is, the people have minhag to stand during the Ten Commandments? Is that something that is supposed to be done or not supposed to be done? So Ravadia quotes many poskim who say that it's a nice custom. Why? Because they want to reenact like Mount Sinai, how the giving of the Torah at Mount Sinai was. It was given where everyone was standing by Mount Sinai, and it was accepted with trepidation and fear and with awe of HaKadosh Baruch Hu. So therefore they want to reenact getting the Aseret Dibrot. They want to stand during the Ten Commandments when they are read. And there are many poskim permit that. However, the Rambam famously writes in the Tshuva that it should not be done, and the person should not have this custom due to the fact that, like the Gemara Masechet Brachot says, that they got removed the repetition of the Ten Commandments. They used to say the repetition of the Ten Commandments in shul during the Tefillah, and the Chachamim abolished this due to the fact of the claims of the heretics. There are people who did not believe in real Torah Judaism, or they didn't believe in the oral Torah, and they said, you see, the Ten Commandments is what we received in Sinai, the Gemara, and all these halachot, they were not in Sinai. The rabbis made up afterwards. We don't need this, chas v'shalom. So therefore, we don't want to say that Ten Commandments out loud and give people the feeling that only this is emet, that's why we stand up for it. Only this is true, that's why we give more importance to it. Chas v'shalom, everything, the entire Torah is true, and everything is just as important. So therefore, the Rambam says the person should not have this custom of standing up during the Ten Commandments on the Shavuot. Especially, we still have Reform today. We still have these people who do not follow the traditional Torah that we received on Mount Sinai. They make up their own halachot and whatnot, so therefore we don't want to give them support for their claims. So therefore, Ravadi says it's better not to have this custom and not to stand during the Seret Dibrot. If a person is in a place where they stand for the Seret Dibrot, he says the best thing to fill all opinions would be to stand up in the beginning of the Aliyah, or to stand up in the beginning of the reading of the Torah. That way, he's not considered standing specifically for Seret Dibrot. He's already standing for the Kriyat Torah. That way, he doesn't go and infringe on other opinions. There are a few other minhagim in Shavuot. For example, the poskim bring, for example, there's minhag of putting flowers and trees in the Bet Knesset to make it more beautiful, and to remember how Har Sinai all of a sudden got a lot of greenery, got a lot of flowers, and looked very beautiful right before Matan Torah. The Hayei Adam, he quotes the Gaon Vilna, who says that it's not to do this minhag because this was minhag goyim. Goyim used to decorate their places of worship also with a lot of greenery and a lot of flowers. However, the Hanach Israel, that we already have this minhag, and those who do it have what to rely on. They are able to continue their minhag. And also we see that there's minhag to eat dairy and then to eat meat. To remember that the Torah is nimshala to the dvash and to halab and to milk. And there also the Ashkenazim have minhag of reading Megillat Ruth. They have a concept of reading Megillat Ruth after the Torah reading of Shavuot with a bracha, and the Sfaradim do not have such a minhag. And if they are in a place where they have the Megillah reading, even a Sfaradi is reading, he should not make a bracha. But this is the minhag Ashkenaz, and also the people have minhag reading Tehillim. People read Sefer Tehillim. The Yerushalmi Masech Hagigah says that David HaMelech passed away in Shavuot. So therefore, the people have minhag of reading the Tehillim on Shavuot to commemorate David HaMelech's memory and saying Tehillim for his zecher, his memory. So therefore, it's good to look into the minhagim for Shavuot. Be prepared for Shavuot. B'ezrat Hashem, next coming days, we'll speak about this all-night learning that people do in Shavuot and other customs of the days of Shavuot. Baruch Na'olam.